Hello friends, family, and otherworldly creatures. My name is Greater, and welcome back to Things That Turtles Think, the documentary. So I was approached to make a video about the topic of the video, as you see in the title, therein which so much as the cheese caves. When I was first approached about this video, I didn't think that there was enough to make a video about this subject, and I still don't. I'm just remembering a script that I wrote in the past that you're currently seeing. I honestly only saw like one fun fact picture on Twitter when it used to be Twitter and not just Twitter in our hearts. And I saw it, took it in for half a second, and then I quickly scrolled past it to watch, I don't know, Among Us twerking videos. The good old days. But like the bag, on an overpaid trip to a minutely familiar place that your parents didn't tell you nearly enough information about to create the persona and who you are as a person and who you came to be in this world, we carry on. My friends actually sent me this video, so we can kind of do like a reaction to it, because I don't know what it is. Great!
But in the cheese caves of the United States, you would find it to be much colder. Within the cave are thousands of red, orange, and yellow barrels lining the floor, each one weighing 680 pounds and filled to the brim with dairy products.
680 pounds of cheese is just a normal amount of cheese an American consumes in 1 month. 680 pounds is insane. Of anything. If I had 680 pounds of oil, I mean, the FBI would probably at my door wondering what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But 680 pounds per barrel. And just looking at this picture is an insane amount of cheese. Why? Why do you even... What cow? What cow have you accosted? 30 seconds into the video and the amount of cheese in this cave is already blowing my mind.
In 1949 gave the Commodity Credit Corporation, a government-owned corporation dedicated to stabilizing farm incomes, the authority to purchase dairy products.
Well, I'm glad the CCC is alive and well. And I'm sure farmers are doing great right now. Right?
When the government tried to intervene, prices fell so low that the dairy industry begged the government to change their ways. So in 1977, under President Jimmy Carter, the government poured money into the dairy industry.
So because dairy farmers were hurting, the government's just like, hey, we'll buy it. We'll buy the cheese. We know economically that you guys are going through it. So we'll buy the cheese. Don't you even worry about it. So the government just created money to give to people who are in need. Just because. I don't like to get political, but why can't they do that now? The government bailing out cheese farmers just because, and dealing with our current economy, like everything happening right now, there's a smell, and it's a smelly smell, and it's not the 1.4 billion pounds of cheese.
The stockpile hit over 500 million pounds, stored in hundreds of warehouses across 35 states. The government had no idea what to do with all that cheese. Probably the cheapest and most practical thing to do would be to dump it into the ocean.
I kind of get how other countries think that America is a little dumb, because why is our solution to everything just dump it into the ocean, bro? We don't live there. Who cares? It doesn't make any sense. Oil, dump it into the ocean. Hazardous waste, dump it into the ocean. Surplus cheese from all the cheese that we bought because the economy was bad and we thought buying cheese was going to fix it. Let's just dump it into the ocean.
It's moldy, it's deteriorating, we can't find a market for it. But there were hungry Americans still suffering from the after effects of the recession. Why not give them the cheese? In December of 1981, Reagan relented.
Why does everything in America that's bad come back to this man? It doesn't make any sense. I didn't know anything about this, and now Reagan is involved. Like, okay, trickle-down economics, Reaganomics, trash. Dog, we got all this cheese, it's getting moldy, no one wants to buy it, what are we supposed to do? And he's like, I guess give it to people. Let them have the cheese. I don't care anymore. He doesn't care. Ronald Reagan did not care about anybody who wasn't making him money. That's my only conclusion to come to this. Why does everything come back to this man?
But according to the USDA, American milk consumption has dropped from 275 pounds per capita in 1975 to 149 pounds per capita in 2017. Though demand is declining, production is not. In 2016, the American dairy industry dumped a whopping 43 million gallons of milk into fields.
Why? Why did you do that? I'm losing my mind. They privatized the companies so that they make money off of storing cheese when they were doing it for free. Hey, laws exist. You can't keep dumping stuff into the ocean. We need the ocean too, brother. They're like, fine. I guess we'll just dump it in a field somewhere. Your whole job is to make sandwiches. And everybody's like, hey, we've had enough sandwiches. We don't need any more sandwiches. Stop making sandwiches. Not a lot of people like milk. A lot of people are lactose intolerant. I wonder why. Consumption is down by a whole like 60 pounds of milk per capita. Stop. I've been saying this for a while now, but every day we get closer and closer to the movie Idiocracy. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that you watch it. I'm not gonna spoil too much of it, but one part of that film, when it comes to vegetation, they stop using water to water plants and they use a popular energy drink. And no surprise, the plants die. Eerily similar. And I don't like that. I don't like how dumb we're being. Fun fact about that movie, actually. That's where Crocs came from. I believe the set designer wanted a shoe that looked dumb. Easy to mass produce. You could put it in any color. And that's how Crocs were made. Crocs went from cheaply made, everybody could get some for like $10. Everybody and their mom wearing them. Now you have magnets for your Crocs, like pins for your Crocs. If you didn't know this, I'm a Croc hater. I'm a huge Croc hater. I don't like how they look. I think if you wear them too often, especially without shoes, your feet stink. People like to play basketball. They go to the mall. Why are you running in the field in Crocs? Why are you dirt biking? So yesterday you went mudding, no socks in your Crocs, and now today you're walking around school. There's no way. I don't like Crocs. I don't like how they look. I don't like anything about them. Crocs suck.
The dairy industry received $43 billion in 2016 and $36.3 billion in 2017 from the federal government.
I don't want to hear another argument about who's receiving the handouts, the government handouts. There's no way that the government in 2016-17 is just handing money to dairy farmers. There's no way. You can even come up with an argument. DEI and DEI hires receiving the handouts, and we all know what you mean. We all know what you mean when you say DEI. I'm doing my best to try not to get political, but my brother in Christ, don't ever talk to me about who's receiving the handouts. Who just needs help surviving. Don't bring it over here.
Because we are still outpacing supply with demand, the Clinton administration started Dairy Management Incorporated in the 1990s with an annual budget of $140 million. This offshoot of the Department of Agriculture works to get Americans to consume more dairy.
This is just making me angry. I didn't think I was going to be angry at the Cheese Caves video, but here I am doing it. You know how many Got Milk posters were in my elementary school, dog? You know, you can't even walk down the hallway without seeing a Got Milk ad. As soon as you walk into the cafeteria, there's Got Milk posters, there's a gallon of milk, there's a cool cow on a skateboard throwing milk in your face. I used to be mad at cafeterias that they only gave us milk. I used to question it all the time, like, why can't we just have water? I would rather have water than to crack open a carton of milk at 11:15 a.m. with my chicken nuggets, and I'm good, dog.
Schools play a large part in propping up the milk industry as well. School milk accounts for about 7% of all fluid milk sales in the United States.
Can I have anything else? I used to pay for water. I used to pay $1 for water in the cafeteria because I didn't want to drink milk. I don't want to drink milk during the day, then go run outside at recess where it's just curdling in my stomach. I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to drink the milk. Also, they didn't have strawberry milk. You had to pay $1 for strawberry milk too. Why? Everything is making sense now.
It's unlikely that we will be able to export the cheese beyond American borders, as approximately 70% of the world as a whole is lactose intolerant.
So based off of everything that I've gathered here, the government created their own problem, couldn't control their own problem, tried to push the problem onto us, and made programs to force us to fix their problem. But I don't know, you guys can draw your own conclusions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below of where do you think the cheese should go. I think they should shove it. But first, a word from our sponsor. Hi there. Have you ever had one of these? Me too. You can have your own. If you go to www.thiswebsite.com, you can get one of these with my code 15% off, and everything will be great and your life will be better. So obviously this video isn't actually sponsored. However, I do have a Twitch channel. So if you guys want to go to my Twitch channel, gr8r_b, here's a clip.
Oh, and they cover. I blew up my cover.
I killed him.
You know,
That's a clip. That's a clip right there.
Wow, what a great clip. I would be completely grateful and humbled if you guys go sub over there, because subbing brings money to the channel, which also brings money to my Twitch, which also helps me get better equipment. More things to come. I'm working on a karaoke stream. I want you guys to be a part of that. I hang out with my friends. I do a lot of fun stuff. So if you guys can go check that out, sub over there, and it will just add more to my life. And I humbly ask for you guys' help and cooperation. Thank you. Have a great day. Back to the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this little deep dive on cheese caves. Well, I guess if it's a little dive, then it's a shallow dive into cheese caves. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys check out my other videos. One video that I worked really hard on is Ryan's tour review. I'll try to put that on the screen if YouTube lets me. But if not, thank you guys for watching. My name is Grader, the content creator, the YouTube video maker, and I will catch you guys in the next video. But whatever you do, whenever you're doing it, I hope you make it great. Peace, y'all.